Hi, y'all. Good evening. I can't believe it's 7 o'clock already. I have been knocking out things all day today, talking on the phone and having conversations and processing information and going through life. And we're going to talk about that when I hop on from my 5 minute booster bounce. So, why don't we get started with that? I'm going to say that if you're just coming onto this channel, we do a 10-minute live stream in the morning, and then I do a 5 minute live stream in the evening. And I typically just kill the time with chit chat. I get ideas about what to talk about from things that are happening in my life, and I just use them as an example of how I dive deeper into my own life situation and just try to learn from the life that I am living so that I can continue to live with more joy and more freedom than I had the day before. It doesn't always work out that way. But I'm all about the joy, and I say you got to create the joy you want to be in the world or see in the world. So I'm going to continue with that motto, and we're going to get on my rebounder here, and I'm going to knock it out. Okay. So normally I'm not on this late. Alexa, give me a 5 minute timer. 5 minutes. 7 minutes. Okay. So today I have some exciting conversation. This might not be a conversation for everyone. Not everybody wants to dig deep inside of themselves, but I do. I like to grow and challenge myself, and so I bring those conversations to the platform and share the process. So, okay, so this morning, if y'all listened to the video, you heard me talking about getting triggered. And I think I said, when you get triggered, if you ask yourself, why did I get triggered when that person did that thing? Okay. Instead of, why is that person triggering me? It's just a different perspective. It's like almost the same question, but it helps you take your power back, and it helps you to discern how you can move forward in your mind with the experience. So remember, I was talking about that kind of stuff this morning. And if you believe in the law of attraction, I attracted a circumstance for me to experience exactly what I was talking about. And so I'll try not to describe the situation too much, but basically, I had a trade situation where I had offered to host someone on, this is last year. I offered to host somebody on my other podcast, and it's very common. People who have podcasts go on each other's shows for exposure. And so I hosted this person on my podcast. And then when it came time to host me, there were things going on. And then the person, it was literally like a year had passed, and I never, got the invite to become on their podcast. Now, when I finished the podcast with this person on my channel, he complimented me and he goes, "Wow, you're really good at this." And so I knew how he felt about my ability. So it wasn't that he was not interested in having me on his podcast because I wasn't good. There was some other reason, okay, that he was resisting. So anyway, we had a exchange of communication today, and instead of continue, and by the way, the person considers themselves a coach and teaches other people how to work through problems. And when he felt a trigger or a problem, he just completely shut down and went away and blocked the communication from being able to continue. as if that was a good form of healed, healthy resolution and resolve the conversation. Even you can agree to disagree and go your merry way, but when you do those things abruptly and radically and without a calm analysis of your circumstance and the situation, it's obviously coming from a wounded reaction. So the person was clearly having his own wounds activated, and he had a reaction to his own woundedness. I would have continued the conversation and moved beyond. In fact, the perception of what my question was an overreaction in the first place, because he had asked me to listen to his podcast and make a decision whether or not I wanted to be on it. And so I was taking action like we had discussed, and I had a question about it, and he got triggered. So if he was in his calm, relaxed nervous system scenario, he could have just answered my question, and then if I was causing him problems, he could have said to himself, "Oh, she's got an issue with trust, or she's got an issue with XYZ. That's why she's asking that question. Alexa, stop." So the question that I asked was a question whether or not he felt not trusted by me in my question. But the truth of the matter is, I did not trust him because he let a whole year go by without ever honoring his side of the bargain. And so his integrity around his word was skewed. So I didn't have faith in his word. He lost it when he didn't follow through with his part of the deal. And so, yes, I had trust issues around believing him at his word. And that's what happens when you do not honor your word, or someone in your life doesn't honor their word. Yes, you're going to have trust issues because they broke your trust the first time they weren't in integrity with their word. And so the moral of the story, because my 5 minutes is up, is that number one, all we have is our integrity. And the word integrity means that you are responsible with your word and that you honor your word. Okay. And when you do that, you can build confidence with yourself, with others. People have trust in you. You have trust in them. But the truth is that we all have wounds that we're walking around the world like with landmines. And so when people step on a landmine, and that's an unhealed aspect of your being, then instead of having this huge reaction and shutting everyone out and blocking people and unfriending them or whatever reactions people have, you just look at that and you pause and you say, why am I feeling this way? Why do I want to block that person? Why do I want to unfriend them? Why do I want to cut them off? Why do I want to cut them out of my life? It's clearly a sign of unempowered woundedness, because when you're aware that you're going to have triggers and issues, you can just take a deep breath and ask yourself, how do I want the long-term results of this situation to go? Maybe I want to give it some space. Maybe I don't want to cut someone out. Maybe I just want to give it some space, take a break, see where I'm at in a week, think about it, simmer on it, ruminate on it, and think about it, and then make decisions. So I just think space is a really good tool when things in your life aren't working out. So that's my lesson for today and my topic. So are there any areas of your life that you could use some more space? I had one scenario happen today. Okay, here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I heard such a good Instagram lady today say something really powerful. I thought it was so interesting how that came up in my feed today after what happened. And what she said, let me see who's on here. Somebody in green. Is that Debbie? Debbie. Casalina. Hi there. My glasses need cleaning. Okay. So this Instagram girl, should I give her credit? I mean, should I go get my phone and read it to y'all? I just followed her, and she basically said that, oh, Alexa, give me a 5-minute timer. I'm going to do my pump for 5 minutes. So she basically said that a strong woman, she said a strong woman intimidates a weak man. And she was talking about like men who are in their alpha empowered state, who are consciously aware of themselves, don't get intimidated with women who are in their power. And in fact, when women are in their power, a real empowered alpha male, not just the alpha male that's like a gorilla, but an alpha male who understands in divine feminine and divine masculine and is in their powerful state, actually appreciates the strong woman from a partner standpoint, because they can collaborate with the strong partner. And I just thought that was interesting, because what she was saying is when a woman has a lot of alpha male qualities, of course, a lot of times she'll attract a feminine quality aspects. It's better to say aspects, not qualities. Characteristics in a man. And when a man is in his, alpha, fully conscious, into understanding who he is in that relationship, the woman can be more in her divine feminine. It's just like a balance. So you got to figure out the balance of life and see how it works. So anyway, I thought that was interesting. It showed up on my Instagram feed today, and I thought, well, that's weird that just showed up after this whole deal with this guy who got triggered because I asked a question and he didn't like the question. He didn't like the question because it questioned his integrity and he'd already broken it. That's why I didn't like the question. He couldn't handle a little bit of dialogue around an uncomfortable subject, basically, is what I'm saying. Hi, Allie B. I'm going to change the subject. It doesn't have to be so serious. It's just that life happens, and that happened today, and that was in my life. And so I'm always coming up with content and things to talk about to kill the time. Some of that stuff is interesting, some of it is not. So I just thought I would share that with y'all. So, you guys, where's my 5-minute timer? Can y'all hear my rebounder? Now all of a sudden I'm hearing it make noise. It's time to oil. I got to talk to Sheila again. She said something about taking it outside. I could take it in the grass, turn it upside down, oil the springs, let it drip in the grass. Eka talking about, oh, is that whatcha? Is that supposed to be what you're talking about? We were talking about communication and relationships, the power that communication gives you when you can communicate with people. It's a very powerful place to communicate from. And, you know, you don't have to run from people when you can just have dialogues with them. But when you don't have the power and the ability to communicate, people have to run and cut people off because they're scared. Really, people are just scared. That's why they have triggers, because they're really just scared in life. So, Alexa, stop. All right, so that is tonight. I'm going to actually get on and do a live reading. I didn't do one last night, and so I'm going to go ahead and do one tonight because I have time and I have the energy, and I think it's time to learn some new stuff from the cellular wellness solution. So give me like 30 minutes, and then I'll probably be on doing a live again, doing the book reading tonight. I just want a little break, and then I'll get on there for tonight. Let's see, it's 7:30, so I'll do it at 8 o'clock. How about that? All right. Thanks, guys. Thanks for coming on. Hope you got your bounce in today. Bye.